What's for lunch?
Howdy. Told you I'd be back sooner than you thought.
Oh, I didn't expect you back so soon.
Well, I forgot my rifle.
Listen, a man who sits a horse the way you do couldn't ride 5 feet without noticing an empty rifle boot.
Well, as a matter of fact, I was just about all the way home, and I remembered I'd stuck it under some hay in the corner of the barn here. Many hands make light work. Here, I'll get that.
Thank you. Aren't you afraid you'll disappoint a lot of beautiful, rich young ladies up in Stockton?
Well, if there were that many beautiful young ladies up in Stockton, I wouldn't have to take my rifle out of the boot in the first place. Besides, none of them are as pretty as you.
Mr. Barkley! Mr. Barkley's here! Look, why don't you come on over here and sit down and make yourself comfortable?
Pa, Mr. Barkley forgot his rifle.
Why don't you get him some coffee? You're going to be staying the night, Mr. Barkley. Well, there's big doings in town tonight. There's a barn dance. Bill, you tell him about the barn dance.
There's a barn dance.
Oh. Well, would you do me the honor of your company?
You can wear your flowered dress. Have you had lunch?
No,
Bill, why don't you fix a picnic basket? It's kind of warm around here, and it's nice and cool in that grove down by the river. Ain't nothing too good for our starboarder, Mr. Barkley.
What'd Nick think of those Herefords? He finally changed his mind?
It took some convincing.
Well, they'll grow on him. Audra, what are you doing?
You put any more sugar in that tea, you're gonna have to chew it.
Well, 9 men have been murdered. Aren't you too worried?
Yes, we are.
I'll get it. Oh, Sheriff, come in, come in.
Afternoon, Victoria.
You're just in time for coffee.
Thanks, Victoria. But
Hello, Fred.
everybody. Fred. I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you. We found another body. It was your foreman, Dace Edwards.
Oh, no.
Dace? Where?
The river, North Jetty, same place as all the others.
Heath, how much of a head start did he have on you?
About 12 hours. We were supposed to catch up to him at Bleak House, but he never showed up there.
How do you know that?
Well, we checked there last night. They hadn't seen him.
I'm going to wire the lawmen upstream and form a posse.
We'll ride with you, Sheriff. Let's go.
Fine.
What kind of a person would do a thing like that?
Like it?
Love it.
I mean the picnic lunch.
That, too. I was talking about your face.
You trying to memorize me?
Mm-hmm. From chin to hairline. I just can't get enough of looking at you, so.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. I think maybe I'm trying to find something wrong with you. Very difficult.
But you found something?
Those blue eyes. I bet a man could drown in those blue eyes.
I never thought anyone would notice. Well, you have a defect, too.
I do. Where?
Your forehead. Your hair keeps falling down on it.
Something wrong?
You kissed me like I was somebody.
You are somebody to me, Belle. Somebody very special.
Don't talk that way. And don't feel that way. Let's just live here now.
Never underestimate the power of a woman.
Well, I still say we should have banged him over the head during supper.
Son, a chicken'd make you one meal. Or it could lay enough eggs for 1,000 breakfasts. A sheep, There'll be 2 weeks of mutton. Or you could wear warm shirts for the rest of your life. And a cow, and it'd be about 5 weeks of meat. Or you could have milk and heifers from now on. Now, what would you want? Huh? Would you like chicken, meat, and mutton just for a short time? Or would you rather have eggs and clothes and milk and meat from now to eternity?
I don't understand all that.
Should have sent you to school along with your sister. Well, don't you worry, your pa will take care of you. Well, they're coming back. Been gone just about the right amount of time. Belle? Belle? How did it go?
It was just wonderful, Pa.
You still got that money on him?
Bart.
Daddy, she's got a funny look to her I ain't never seen before.
Well, it ain't the kind of look you're ever like to understand.
Well, would you mind waiting outside? I want to take a bath.
Well, don't throw the water out when you're finished. Bart's going to use it.
Daddy, do I have to?
I'd appreciate it. It looks like it's working out.
Well, if Belle marries him, who's gonna do for us?
Oh, we can hire anybody we want.
Uh-huh. She'll move in that big house and grow uppity ways and have us fetching and toting.
Oh, no. We got a saddle on your sister, boy.
Not if she marries money, we don't.
Wouldn't the Barkleys be flat out shocked to learn they got an in-law that's done the things that Belle's done?
We gonna be rich, Daddy.
Like having a tunnel to the bank, son. Like having a tunnel to the bank.
What was she like?
Who?
First girl you ever in love with?
Oh, that one. She was a most unusual girl.
She like me?
Oh, very different from you. Very different.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A darker complexion, a little shorter, a little skinnier. But then again, so are all Paiute Indian girls at the age of 11.
Oh, now you're making fun of me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Oh, I just suddenly feel I need to know everything about you. Do you have a middle name?
Mm-hmm. Nicholas Jonathan Barkley, ma'am, at your service. What about you? Where are you from? Your father and brother sound like they're, up around Missouri, Kansas way.
In Missouri.
Mm-hmm. Whereabouts in Missouri?
Oh, it's a place you never would have heard of.
What's rhyming?
Clay County.
Clay County, Missouri. Seems I have heard something about that.
Oh, no. Just a little place, nothing ever happens there.
I don't know about that. You were born there, weren't you? All right, enough about your past. Do you have any idea about your future?
Tell me.
Tonight, right after that barn dance, when we're all alone, you know what I'm going to do?
No.
I'm going to buy us 2 steaks about an inch thick and 2 bottles of wine, best restaurant in town.
Is this where you're holding the barn dance tonight?
I was. Been called off, and I spent $8 in advertising.
Oh, why'd you have to cancel?
Most of the men rode out of town on posse.
Who are they looking for?
Somebody around here's been killing folks and throwing them in the river. Bunch of bodies wound up in Joaquin County.
You might as well go home then.
8, 10 people knocked in the head, maybe more.
We can still get home before dark.
Ain't nobody actual said lynch you, but they sure been fingering their ropes.
Take me home, Nick.
Still stay and have a little dinner.
Please. There are people around here doing things like that. I want to get back and warn Daddy and Bart.
Well, all right. Get on.
we found the bodies, and this is where we'll split up. Check every house upstream, both sides of the river. Ken, Baines, take the Laughlin place. The old man and his wife are over 70, but check it out anyway. DeCoven, Herm, take the Stearns place, also look in on the Hubbles. Next up would be Bleak House.
Jed and I'll take that one.
That covers 20 miles. By that time, we ought to be meeting up with the Lathrop posse. All right, let's move out.
Why the Bleak House?
That's where Nick's supposed to be. Don't see any reason why he shouldn't be riding posse with us.
Seems to me you mentioned something about a girl.
Yep. Can't you see the color of his face when we tell him his romance is just gonna have to wait?
Should be something approaching deep vermilion.
More likely to be purple. You know, I think Nick's winning streak's about to come to an end. Let's go.
Thanks for understanding, Nick.
I'll take the buckboard to the barn and unharness.
Paul, wake up. Paul, wake up and listen to me. Get up. Now listen to me. We gotta get away from here. There's a posse and they're talking lynch. Those bodies we threw in the river didn't stay underwater. They found a whole lot of them.
How are they going to trace them to us?
When they can't trace them any further upstream than this, they're gonna start poking around here.
There's nothing to tie us in.
It's bound and arrowed down to us, Bart. Now, do you want to take that chance?
Yeah, just hush, hush. Where's that Barkley fella?
Out in the barn unharnessing.
What's he going to think if he sees us riding out like this?
A man hit in the head with a hammer don't think nothing. With that money of his, we can buy us a whole lot of distance.
Nothing happens to him. Oh, Pa, don't you understand? For a few hours, I had everything I ever dreamed of. Right here in my hands. And my hands were clean. And it wasn't all yesterday's. It was tomorrow's.
Well.
Oh, Pa, why does everything we touch turn to mud?
He was a nice young fella. When we move on, there's going to be other ones.
Not like this one.
So what are we supposed to do about